You asked for it. Yes, you asked for it. Television's greatest all-time request show. Brought to you by Skippy, America's largest-selling peanut butter. If you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy. You asked for it. With your genie with the light white hair, Art Baker.
Thank you very much, my friends. It's mighty nice to have you in our audience tonight for this show, which you practically write and produce yourself. And we just stay here and have a good time, kind of answering the requests that you put in for the unusual, the odd, the practically impossible. Now, first priority of our first request tonight goes to our armed forces right here, because this comes, if you please, from Fighter Squadron 191, the USS Princeton, somewhere in Korean activities. And it says, Dear Art Baker, this morning in our ship's paper, we came across a picture of a lovely-looking model from Pin-Ups magazine. Wow, what a morale booster she is. So how about shooting some more of that morale out this way? Fighter Squadron 191. All right, sir. Fighter Squadron 191. I'm very glad to have a chance to do this because what you speak of is Pin-Ups magazine by Bernard of Hollywood here. And because you asked for it, you will get some more of these beautiful models, perhaps an autograph copy, who knows? So, let's see.
Broke the pencil, huh? Don't worry about it, honey. You can autograph another one before you leave tonight, huh?
Yes, dear fellows, enclosed, please find autographed pictures of your favorites in Pin-Up magazine. You asked for it. Good luck to all of you on the USS Princeton. Sincerely, Old Man Baker. Well, sir, yes, this is kind of all in a day's work here. We'll send this off so it'll get there right away. We'll put in Bernard of Hollywood's Pin-Up magazine and the letter. I'd like to tell you, fellas, that I didn't mind this assignment at all. In fact, I'm kind of glad that you asked for it. Today, in fact, every day, in grocery stores like this, right in your neighborhood, More people are putting more Skippy peanut butter in their market baskets than any other kind. Now, why is that? How come? Well, it isn't because the grocer forced them to do it. I swear he never twisted their arm and said, you buy Skippy or else. It isn't because Skippy advertises more than all of the brands put together, because we really don't. I'll tell you how simple it is. It's because you shoppers, like yourself now, are just plain smart. You're intelligent. And you recognize superiority when you see it. Now, you know that Skippy stays sweet and fresh and easy to spread right down to the bottom of the jar. And you also know that in Skippy you never find a trace of oil separation or any stickiness or any dryness. But of course, on top of that, you have the flavor of Skippy in mind, that wonderful flavor. It doesn't taste like peanut butter, you know. It tastes like big, plump, luscious, fresh roasted peanuts. Madam, I've noticed for a number of weeks now you are one of our most loyal customers here for Skippy. Will you give an unsolicited testimonial for us, please?
Yes, I would. If you like peanuts, you'll like Skippy.
Friends, I have here something it's kind of proud to hold. It's getting Academy Award time here in Hollywood, which is very exciting, you know, for us and I guess for all the rest of the country, too. And it's through Margie Daniels of Chicago, Illinois, that I hold this. No, I didn't win it myself. This was awarded back in 1947 to a most unusual picture. It was awarded, quote, for a novel and entertaining use of the motion picture medium. This is a special Academy Award citation, as I say, to an unusual picture. And because of this request from Marge Daniels of Chicago, we have for you two of the most wonderful stars of stage and screen. Petite, beautiful, lovely. Here they are, Bill and Coo. I have fallen in love with him. I want to tell you, Mr. Burton.
It's a pleasure.
Very nice. Uh-oh. You
with the papers.
You go and get him because I have something to say about you anyhow. Mr. Burton, I found out his background here. It's a very unusual thing, the training of birds. He happened to be an ex-bronco buster, and he had a very serious accident. And while he was convalescing and recuperating, his wife got a swell idea for Valentine. Instead of a dinky little card, she bought him a canary. And from that, we come to this point here where we will enjoy, believe me, Bill and Coo. Tell me now, how do you get from your mind into these little minds here what you want them to do?
Well, just patience. And, well, you got to be rather bird-brained.
You're bird-brained yourself. Could you show us how you'd start to tell them what to do?
Well, you just kind of outfigure them. Oh, yeah, there was one little scene I thought perhaps would interest the folks out there. Is a very torrid love scene in the picture Bill and Coo while the birds were making love in the moonlight on a park bench. So we took it off from the set, and here's the bench. But we had little difficulties right there because Bill and Coo were not acquainted with each other. Bill, the fellow over here, comes from Africa. He's a peach-faced lovebird, and his girlfriend, Coo, is a black mask from a district called Nazareth in Central Africa. So they were never properly introduced, so I'll try to show you just how we taught these birds to learn to pet or kiss on command.
What's that thing?
Well, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I dug around the place, and I found this old shaving brush. This no good for anything else, but it takes the place of the extra partner when we're rehearsing these acts. It's a stand-in, in other words. So, Bill, would you go in the perch and just pet? Pet real nice. That's the idea. And then I move the shaving brush over to this other side, and that's the stand-in for Bill. Now, Coo comes out, and I hope does the same thing. If you remember it, would you pet, Coo? Pet. Oh, no, not... No, that's a different brush. That's the one. All right. Okay. Then we'll take the old shaving brush out and put Coo back in, and Bill, come over here, will you please, and do that wonderful love scene, but don't ham it up too much. Pet a little bit, will you please? Pet a little more. Now, Coo, can you kiss him back? A little more. Yeah, she just pecks. You know how women are. At the present time, we're trying to teach another series of things in a park. So I got a little kind of a swing here, like you'd find in anybody's backyard. And Coo just dearly loves to swing, so get in there, will you please? And Bill, I give her a little push. You kind of do the honors, will you please? And push her real nice. That's it. Turn around and talk to her. Okay. Now, we'll cut it kind of short, but one thing that happens, anybody goes through the park, if you don't run onto it, well, a hot dog stand, it's hard to get a drink at times, so we found a little pump. And Bill, will you come out here? Well, I'll get Coo first. Coo, you come out there, and maybe Bill will come out and pump you a little drink of water, will you please? All right. Get on the pump handle and just go up and down with it, you know. Bill, hurry up. Pump real good. The water hasn't come yet. That's it. Pump hard. Coo, you can get a drink now. The water's running. Okay. Whoa. Okay. And perhaps everyone out there will remember, well, that wild night when they had in the picture Bill and Coo, when the Renbest Hotel was burning to the ground. Bill, of course, was the hero, and he head of the fire department, the volunteer fire department. So Coo doesn't belong, but she consented to ride, and maybe I'll ask you to ring the bell a little bit. Could you ring the bell? Okay, it isn't very loud, but Bill, now there's no fire tonight, so just take it easy. Take your time, will you please? You got to get, or you can go faster than that. Turn around and come back. Go ahead. Well, he might just well left it in the firehouse. There wasn't any fire anyway, and he knew it. Now, everyone knows how strong Superman is. Well, wait till you see Bill. Coo, maybe you better help us a little bit on this. You come out here and kind of get in that little perch and just go for the ride. Then I'll get Bill a little act cold, iron jaw. Believe it or not, Coo and the perch are heavier than he is. So Bill, reach down, pick her up, and we'll swing it. Now, he's got pretty strong teeth for a bird at that, but if you swing him too long, all the blood will rush to his head. See, I think he's getting busy already. Okay. Now, this next trick, well, this next one is really not a trick at all. It involves money, and, well, everybody knows birds work for a birdseed. They have no use for any money. But this little lady represents the American Cross, where it does so much work all over the world, especially this present emergency. And we take some money and lay it over here. And this, just to show you that this trick is so simple that even people can do it. So, Bill, would you come out there and get one piece of corns and put it right there? You're getting your own shadow. Now pick it up and give it to the little lady, will you please? No, don't look at her that way. Come on over and put it. That's it. And go get one for Mr. Baker. Hurry up. Hurry up, real nice. Turn around, put it real nice. That's it. And one for you now. Go back. You walk on it, kid. That's a quarter. We need every quarter we can get in this thing. Put it in, Bill.
Well, that's not a rough idea. That's an amazing idea there, too. And I understand that you raised a lot of money for the March of Dimes.
Yes, we've raised $140 already this year.
I think that is I could stand for 1 hour. Look at that, Mr. Burton.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Mr. Becker.
I'm sorry you had an injury, but I'm glad that you picked up this hobby.
Well, I am glad, too.
Thank you for helping us with this request. And Bill and Coo, we thank you also. And to letter writer, Marge Daniels of Chicago. It was mighty nice in you. We're very glad that you asked for it. Reminds me that nothing happens on this show unless you ask for it. And then anything can happen, as you know. Come on, get your thinking caps on. Ask for something that kind of challenges here now. Something that you want to see odd, unusual, or bizarre, or out of this worldish. That's what we're here for. Here's our number. You asked for it. Box 323, Hollywood 28, California. And thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, don't want to interrupt this song right now, but this is Johnny Ukulele. And a very interesting character, believe me. I'll tell you about it a little bit later on. The reason he is here is to graciously grant a request that came in from Texas. Yes, sir. Sally Hazard from Dallas, Texas. Now, this is what Mrs. Hazard said. Dear Art Baker, during the war, I was in the wax overseas, and I saw real cowboys and real cattle over in Hawaii. But my husband, a typical Texan, just laughs at me and says, oh, yes, I suppose the cowboys wear grass skirts, huh? And that is why I'm asking you to show him some real Hawaiian cowboys, just like the ones I saw. Sincerely, Mrs. Sally Hazard. All right, Mrs. Hazard, I'm glad you asked for this, because your husband will see some real cattle running, believe me, on one of the largest ranches in the entire world. It's an amazing ranch over in Hawaii. It's called the Parker Ranch. And this film, taken in Hawaii, is by the Carl Dudley Productions.
Wiki, wiki, my oe, my komo, my vehi, keia, my pona moi, my ka no wau, ika pamuala. E lahila paha mai nei oe ke ia mauno wiki mai oe I ke kanani mai oe kawai nei lahila Baby, no. All the way, all the way, Mama,
I think the same to you.
You see, we always bring a wonderful lay that we make all the boys from the Parker Ranch.
Oh,
to you.
That is
Mr. Baker.
beautiful. Gee, how do I look in this? I feel
Oh, you
kind
look,
of
you look just like a Kanaka.
I would like you to know your name in Hawaiian, please.
Kaihui,
Which means
a parade.
a parade.
That's right.
I would like you to also note that on this Parker Ranch that I speak of, which as you could see was quite enormous, you were practically lived there, didn't you?
Oh, shit. I just lived there with my dad.
Your dad was the
foreman of the
was the
Parker
foreman.
Ranch.
Oh, great.
Years ago.
Now you heard the criticism. Maybe you didn't. She
No.
wants to know if they wear grass skirts, the cowboys. Then. No.
No.
You got tough cowboys over there, like Texans?
Oh,
or
yeah, we
something?
rugged down there. We have a lot of rugged cowboys on there, too.
You do singing, but you use the ukulele. It's ukulele, isn't it?
Ukulele.
Ukulele instead of the guitar.
Yeah.
Do you sing anything like we sing?
Like Home on the Ranch, you mean?
Yeah, something.
Oh, sure.
You know any of the up-to-date ones that we have? I can't think.
You mean like wagon wheel or what do you call mule train, you mean?
Oh, well, mule train. You wouldn't have that over there.
Well, we sing it in Hawaiian.
That I got to hear.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Hold my away! Walagaha! Mulakahi! Hele mai oi ka pali palahala E ka mai noi ka huki mai oe Hehi mai oe, hehi mai oe, hehi mai oe, hehi mai oe E hulu mau nei oe Lulu mai nei a kamakua Yulakahi Yaha Wārawakaha Okikahi Yaha Okikahi
I have a letter here that I know what is in this. Don't have to study it because I've studied it before. This is from Frank King of San Leandro, California. He has a very interesting question. He'd like to know if anyone could be hypnotized through television. Well, now, I don't know. I've been interested in hypnotism for, 16 years. But I haven't the slightest idea whether it would work on television or not. Not the slightest. Now, of course, if I were to attempt to hypnotize, I would have you look deep, deep into my eyes. And then, of course, if it worked, your mind would play strange tricks, and instead of my eyes, you would begin to view 2 plump, selected, fresh-roasted peanuts. And then you would get hungry, very hungry, for peanuts. Then your mind would think immediately of the one peanut butter that tastes exactly like gorgeous, uninhibited, unexpurgated peanuts. And then, of course, you would think of the peanut butter that stays fresh as a daisy. That, of course, is Skippy, because Skippy is the one and only peanut butter that removes the stalemakers. By this time, of course, your taste buds would be acting up so that you could hardly stand it. And your mind then would say, tomorrow at exactly 19 minutes after 10, I'm going to the grocer's and pick up 2 jars of Skippy. Skippy peanut butter. Now, that's assuming, of course, that something could be done with hypnotism on television. I haven't the slightest idea what would happen. Just think, the entire world will never know the result of this extraordinary experiment until 19 minutes after 10 tomorrow morning. I can hardly wait, can you? Welcome home, gang. What's more fun than a reunion, huh? When people who haven't seen each other for a long time get together, I don't know what it could be. And this letter is going to bring one of the most unusual ones to you. This is from Mrs. Irma McCann of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And she writes an unusual request here. It says, Dear Art Baker, long ago, I used to take my children to any theater that advertised an Our Gang comedy with those cute kids, Fatty and Freckles and Johnny and Farina and all the others. But it seems like 25 years ago. Could that be possible? I am curious to see what they look like now. Sincerely, Mrs. Irma McCann. Well, all right, Mrs. McCann. Yes, it was 25 years ago. And back in those days when the screen flashed on an Our Gang comedy, there was the whistling and stamping of feet and shouting and clapping, as with our popular things today, believe me. And so I think I can brush up your memory very quickly if you look over these pictures, will you? There they are in a very peaceful pose there. As cops. And look at the big ears on the donkey there. You remember now? There they are, belligerent fisticuffs, I think they call it in polite society. And there they are, grouped on a wagon there. I think I'll go right over their names for you from left to right. Jackie Condon, Joe Cobb is Fatty, Mary Cornman, Mickey Daniel, Johnny Downs, and Farina Allen Hoskins. That is how they looked 25 years ago, my friend. Here is how they look today. The gang is all here. Yes, and I'm starting at this end instead of the other end. And this is Farina. I always thought you were a little girl.
Oh, well...
You had pigtails and you had... Where's the pigtail gone?
Yeah. Kind of went.
A little different there. Yeah. You in theatrical work at all now, are you?
Well, not now. I was for a while, but about 4 years ago, I decided I'd like to eat regular.
Eat regular? You got married, too, I'll bet you.
Yeah, I got a little boy now.
Oh, that's swell. We're awful. They got the same twinkle in your eye. Right next here is little Johnny.
Hi,
Johnny
Art.
Downs.
Good to see you.
I don't have to ask Johnny Downs if he's at theatrical work because we see him on films that are probably 12 or 13 years old in television. Not only that, but he had New York plays to his credit and also is emceeing his own TV show starting this last week.
Gee, yeah, I had a big thrill today, Art. My wife and all 4 little kids came on the show with me.
4 youngsters you have.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, congratulations to you. I heard some awful nice things about you. And here's Freckles. What happened to the Freckles, huh?
They vanished.
They vanished, they really did. What a big boy you grew up to be, brother. Still a kind of a tough nut. Did you have trouble with this guy back in the day, huh?
Oh, he's all right.
Could you take him down, make him your size, huh?
It's all right.
And here is Fatty.
Hello, Art.
Fatty,
Glad to see you.
have you lost much weight, if I may be so polite as
Well,
to ask?
I don't know, Art.
Well,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. The camera angle from the side will have to look you over there,
All right,
Fatty,
all
believe me on that.
Okay.
You in theatrical work at all?
No, I'm not.
Well, they tell me that you're in defense work on a...
Yes, I am. I'm at North American Aviation in Downey, California, and I've been out there, nearly 5 years,
Is that
Art.
so?
I'm in plastics.
Plastic work.
Yes, I like it awfully well,
And I
Art.
bet they like you, too.
Yes,
Fatty,
they
I'm glad
do.
to see you. And here's Jackie. Jackie, the hair looks different to me. The hair.
I guess I outgrew it, Art, you know.
What did they call you with a hair comb?
Oh, little Jackie Connon, who used to comb his hair with an egg beater.
With an egg beater. I didn't
Right, right back here, you know.
If you got the end to be an actor, or did
Well,
you?
yes, sir, I do. You know, you never get it out of your bud completely.
I guess not.
And recently I've been studying with Florence Enright, who's a very fine
Oh,
coach.
yeah, studying dramatics.
Oh, yes,
You kind
indeed.
of like to get back in again, huh?
Well, I hope so.
Well, I hope so, too. And if you do, the best of luck to you. Say,
Well, thank you.
I ran the gamut here, and nothing happened to me at all, which is unusual for the gang. So being such good boys, come with me. I got a surprise for you. Come on over. Hey, let me introduce. Let me tell you who these folks are. This is the teacher, Mrs. Vern Carter. Oh, you can't see them. I'm standing in front. Mrs. Carter had to teach these brats back there. Mrs. Carter, were they all right, huh? Did they give you that white hair? You have the director. Here's Bob McGowan here. Mr. McGowan had to teach him how to act. And that was quite a job, too, but you did a marvelous job with him. And here's the cameraman, Art Lloyd, who took the profile of Fatty to give him that thing and the rest of them. And it's so nice of you to join in this party. Don't you think so?
I wish I had an apple for you.
Well, I'm really glad to see you.
And Mr. McGowan, on behalf of all of us, we certainly want to thank you for all that wonderful motion picture training you gave us as kids. Real great.
Mr. McGowan, I think I'll ask you to do the honors, sir, will you? Get at the cake there and come on and have a sing a piece for me. As I said to begin with, I like reunions. Doggone, there's something about it. And seeing someone you haven't seen for a long time that you've been associated with, I forgot to tell you that Mrs. Cornman, the one girl in our gang, I slipped by there. She could not make it. I probably don't blame her. I bet they gave her an awful time back in the days, one girl in there. Yeah. Well, it's time now to no more requests can be granted. But we're waiting for yours for next week to give us orders. What do you want to see? The unusual, the odd, and write in. Here's our number, if you will, please. It's You Ask For It, Box 323, Hollywood 28, California. And now on behalf of our sponsors, Skippy, the world's largest selling peanut butter, I bid you good night.